rehearsal for Buettner.
Is that you, Mr. Dennison?
Hey, Emilee. How have you been?
Fine, sir. Just fine. Any trouble getting in?
No problem.
Gotta be careful when the theater's closed. Some of those junkies and winos from Broadway, they try to bed down in the lobby overnight.
Encourage them, Emilee. The theater was meant for the common man.
It's nice to see you, Mr. Dennison. Been a while. Nobody seemed to know where you were.
I've been in Maine. To a little house in the woods. Took a little time to think things out. Do you think you can find me a table and some chairs?
Sure. What are you having? A rehearsal?
Only a reading. I've started writing a new play.
That's where it all begins, right? With the words?
Yes, with the words.
Mr. Dennison? Mr. Dennison?
Yes, Sally.
Oh, thank heavens it's the right place. It was also dark and spooky out there. I mean, I thought a real legitimate theater would be, lit up.
Not when it's closed, dear.
Oh, I suppose that's right.
Oh, Emilee, this is my new secretary, Sally Bean, all the way from Maine.
I've never been in New York before. Does it make you nervous?
No.
You got the scripts?
Yes, I went to the duplicating place and I told them to put it on the bill. Then I walked left to Broadway, right for 7 blocks, left again, and I'm here.
No trouble?
Well, a funny-looking man in a big hat and high-heel shoes asked me to have birth procedure. But I just said that it's after 1 o'clock and that I was too much charge. And then I walked away very fast.
Terrific, Sally. You proved you can handle the big city. And now we take the scripts out of the envelope and put it in my pencil case. Over there. The chairs, Emilee?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Dennison? I never got to talk to you at the funeral, but I just wanted to let you know how sorry I was.
That's very kind of you.
It feels like such a long time ago, but it's only been a year, hasn't it?
Yes, a year. Exactly 1 year.
I'll get the chairs.
You know, you're right. There is something spooky about an empty theater.
What she said. She meant it as well, didn't she?
You knew about Monica?
She was a big movie star, Mr. Dennison. The last few years we've had movies and newspapers in Maine.
I didn't mean that the way it sounded. I meant you knew about Monica and me.
Was this the theater?
Yes. This theater, a year ago tonight. It was all brightly lit. The marquee lights twinkling. You could feel the electricity of Broadway opening night in the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, the call is half hour to curtain. Half hour to curtain.
Half hour to curtain. The theater isn't open yet, but the first few audience members are waiting in the lobby. The ones that sit in the balcony, they get in early to watch the celebrities come in. Backstage is a mass of flowers, telegrams, little gifts the cast exchanges with clammy hands. I got out of my cab in the 50s. I was too nervous to sit still. I went down the alley and into the stage door.
Good luck, Mr. Dennison. Hope it's another one like Laughter in the Dark. Dang it. Every time.
I came through the door to the stage, headed for Monica's dressing room to wish her good luck. I was surprised to see her standing on stage. Monica, why aren't you in your dressing room?
I'm almost ready. I couldn't stand in there alone anymore.
My poor darling.
I just thought that maybe if I could come out here and get a feel of the theater before there was anyone in it, that maybe I could cope with it later when it was full.
It's just opening night jitters.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought it was just garden variety seasickness like the people on the Titanic had when the band played Nearer My God to Thee. Alex! What if I don't remember the lines? I know I won't remember the lines. I'll go blank the second I walk on stage.
It'll be marvelous.
They'll laugh at me.
They're supposed to. It's comedy.
Who invented opening nights? This is barbaric. Look at that. I'm actually trembling. I never get this way before doing a film.
I told you, movies are for children. The theater is for families.
As long as it doesn't bite. Oh, Alex, I want to make you proud of me.
You will.
Don't. I love you, but it took me half an hour to get my lips on right.
Oh, I'm gonna go get the newspaper.
Oh, you saw it.
I'm sure everyone did. Nobody dares to miss that Jones column.
Cat out of the bag department. Actress Monica Wells and playwright Alex Dennison have a major announcement to make today.
She makes it sound like we're taking back the Panama Canal.
The couple's hush-hush romance during rehearsals for Broadway comedy chamber music finales in a quiet wedding tomorrow, whether the play is a hit or a flop. Congratulations, fellas, and sorry to spoil the surprise.
Has a certain way with words, doesn't she?
I'd like to wring her neck. How did she know?
We took out our license and got ourselves a judge. Somebody has a big mouth.
And Meg Jones has 2 big ears. If I ever run into
You'll
her...
be perfectly charming. Gossip's gossip. That's their job.
There's some more wires as well.
Oh, put them in the kitty box, will you?
Shouldn't you be coming out? It's 15 minutes to her.
Oh, Lord, the curlers! When I was a little girl, I was going to be a nurse. Where did I go wrong?
I think I'll leave before you break out hives.
Alex? I'm scared to death.
If it helps. I love you.
That helps. Oh, to help my lipstick. There. No more butterflies. Wonderful.
I never doubted.
Alex, foolish question. You have a lot of power. I mean, people in the theater will do pretty much whatever you say, isn't that right?
So I keep telling them. But if you're asking me to bribe the critics...
No, nothing like that. But I suppose you could keep someone from working if you wanted to.
Probably. If I was vindictive instead of the tender-hearted creature who come to adore. What's this all about? Don't put pepper in your face powder?
No, I'm just wondering.
Monica, you're serious. Why?
Oh, Lord, the curlers! Did I tell my dresser that I know the second act dress? Alex, I've been broke. I love you, and what do they say in the legitimate theater? Break a leg.
10 minutes to blast off, and I've given my lesson. How's Monica? Traditional response, she's terrified. I just talked to her leading man. David's making the room in his shelter for filming. Good. Let him keep thinking he's the star. Well, we all do justice to the words. Lloyd, it's a nice little commercial comedy. Nothing cosmic. If it's a hit, fine. If not, we'll survive. Either way, I'm grateful for the shot director. Don't get mauled in on me. You did a good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, the call is 2 minutes to curtain. 2 minutes, places please.
Well, that's it. Oh, where are you going to watch? Back to the house over from the Wickes. Watch? You gotta be kidding. That's cruel and unusual punishment. You see, I can't sit still and watch Melo open nights. It's too nerve-wracking. Those months, sometimes years of work, and if the critic has a stomachache or a fight with his wife before the show, if he doesn't find anything funny or dramatic or whatever, all that work is gone. So I wander. Backstage, outside, front of the house, gentleman's lounge. That night, I waited backstage till the house went dark. Then I sneaked up the stairs and so the curtains went up. I peeked through the curtain of the front box. The set looked nice. The actors knew the first 10 lines of dialogue. I went into the lobby. I talked to the doorman. When he couldn't stand it anymore, I went inside. Melo Lamb, the producer, was standing in the back.
Women should never be producers.
Is it your nerves?
My feet. Men producers can stand in the back all they want and they don't have to wear high heels.
I went back outside. I went down the street to a little coffee shop called Nora's. The coffee's rotten, but you could always get a table. I talked to Nora. I had some coffee. It tasted like Swiss cheese. I came back and sat in the men's lounge to hear the dialogue, whatever laughs there were. Suddenly I saw Lloyd. How's it going? Lloyd was in no condition to tell me. I walked around the block. When I got back, most of the audience had gone back in for the second act, but Melo was still in the lobby.
Alex, what are you doing out here?
Well, everyone else is in there watching your baby being delivered.
I'm trying to forget. How'd the first act go?
Well, we were all laughs.
I didn't hear that. I walked around the block. Again. And again. 8 times, maybe 12. I don't know. Even the panhandlers stopped asking me for money. The last time I got back, the critics were just rushing to meet their deadlines. I tried, as usual, to read their expressions. Pleased, annoyed, the comic. And then, our leading man, the ever-popular David Matthews.
Nice of you to finally drop by. Oh,
Whether or not they liked the play, I didn't know. But they loved her. She was radiant. Monica didn't even change. She was giving the party and wanted to get out before those hordes of phony well-wishers thrown backstage. In 5 minutes, backstage was a zoo, a jungle. The publicity man had a national magazine he insisted I talk to, so by the time I got to Monica's, the party was in full swing. It looked like the zoo had been moved from the theater to Monica's living room. I didn't see Monica. The actors were by the food, naturally.
Isn't this wonderful? I keep bumping into famous people.
They're all rented for the evening, and they'll all disappear if their reviews are negative.
Oh, but the audience loved it.
You're new to the theater, Karen. First lesson is to never confuse the audience with the critics.
Well, when will we know about your reviews?
Someone will phone them into Bella.
Oh, that's why she's in the kitchen.
Kitchen.
Yeah, by the phone. She's been standing there all evening. She hasn't even eaten.
Ah, the death watch. It's better on an empty stomach.
Where's Monica? The hostess should put in an appearance.
Maybe she wants to pick an entrance.
Well, yeah, but it's a bit overdue.
I'll go and get her.
Is that the bedroom?
No, dear, the study. The bedroom's beyond it. Oh, let me take these. Leo, David, Monica may need some. Monica! Monica?
Is that you, Alex?
Yes, come on out.
Give me a minute.
The natives are getting restless. They want to see the hostess.
Coming. Darling.
Need some water?
Yes, later. Put them over there, will you?
What were you doing?
The truth? I'm standing on the terrace, looking at all the lights from Broadway.
Standing on the terrace?
Thinking.
But it's beginning to rain.
Did my hair come down?
You look beautiful.
I'll just wait it.
No, I've seen actors do strange things after opening night, but coming, honey.
Can you believe it? With all the excitement, I ran out of cash. Here, please, someone. I don't find it laying around.
What's all this?
Well, that's my jet. There's still things you don't know about. That's a monocle. Doesn't everybody have one? Girl Scout night. And early. Well, that's a necessity. I bought it this morning. There was a power outage. My lights were new in 2 hours.
Living with you is going to be an adventure. Which reminds me, the sooner you go out there and face the mob, the sooner we can get them out of here. I've hardly had a moment alone for days.
Alex, I'm getting married tomorrow.
I know, so am I.
In Judge Ebersol's chambers?
Why, yes.
What a coincidence. New.
Actually, yes, it is new.
Oh, what good luck. I must be married to you. But since I am, I'll need all the time I can get to get ready. So when I get the troops out, I'd like to be one.
Really?
We shouldn't see the bride before the wedding. Do you mind?
A little.
I'll make it up to you, I promise.
Well, that's a start. Now go out there and show them what a real star looks like.
Come with me?
I'm only the writer. Stars make entrances alone.
I couldn't get near the bar. I seen the harmonica bringing in a tray of spirits in here.
You don't drink.
That was yesterday.
Have you had a phone call?
3.
Oh, here, Bella. I knocked over the costume designer and got through for bartender. Were they that bad?
Well, bad is a relative term. In fact, the reviews were mixed. Some were good, some were bad. The New York Times seemed to have sent an obituary writer.
That's the regular critic. They say AIDS is young.
And if the Times is bad, hardly bad is what the rest are. Sorry, Alex.
What did they say about Monica?
They liked her. Nothing really ecstatic. The Post thought she was a little stiff.
I don't want her to see that review. Can we try for a run? Her name means something, and so does Joe's. That's up to the producer.
Let me sleep on it. That is, assuming I can sleep. I'll see the ad agency tomorrow and we can assess the damage.
We could just stay open for a few weeks. Get some word of mouth.
We'll see.
There it is. It's starting to come down like buckets. Appropriate, don't you think?
There, Alex. Tried our best. We really did. But it's the nature of the beast. And there's no beastliness like show beastliness.
Oh, how you doing, Mrs.
thought it was time. The coach turned back into a pumpkin.
Oh, good night.
Don't be silly.
You are right. I've never seen people leave a party so quickly.
Departing the secret ship. How are you? Bearing up?
I don't know. It hasn't hit me yet.
Alex! Alex! I don't care about the reviews. I thought your play was terrific!
Thanks, Leo. That's just what I needed to hear.
I've never seen anything like it. Nobody read the reviews, but they all seem to know. The pianist stopped playing in mid-bar. Nobody left the theater.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
You're amazing. I've had a few hits, so I can be philosophical. More or less. But it's your first time out. You're being very stiff upper lip.
Alex, I wanted a success. But I care more about the playwright than the play.
My daddy told me never to marry an actress.
Oh, sorry, Monica. I was just wondering if I could borrow an umbrella. It hasn't rained like this since John Hudson filmed Noah's Ark.
Can't you get a cab?
Well, there's one parked across the street, but naturally the PD's got his off-duty sign on. That's what I love about New York.
Well, you know, if we were doing a film in California, there'd probably be an earthquake.
Haha.
Sorry, David, but I loaned Bella the last umbrella.
Well, when your luck goes, it goes. After those minutes, maybe I could use a cold shower. Good night again.
Oh, Leo and I are coming too. Maybe if it's really against one, we can frighten Callie into taking us.
We can try.
I'm so sorry, Monica. I'll see you tomorrow at the theater.
Oh, I still love it.
Sure you want me to leave?
Of course I don't want you to leave.
Then...
But you have to. An actress has to prepare herself, and so does a wife.
Alright.
I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea and go to bed.
Okay. I'll call you at 10 in the morning and wake you up. Will that leave you enough time to get to the business by noon?
Alex, you do love me.
Very much. Why?
I was such an idiot last week.
Past history. You were angry.
Not much of an excuse. Missing a performance, stranding everybody. It's not even the worst part.
Monica, is there something wrong?
Not if you love me.
Get some rest, darling. I had to walk home. The rain was torrential. The wind would be hitting sheets along the cross streets. It was a little more than a mile to my apartment house. When I was about half a block away, I saw an empty cab. Even slowed down as though to entice me. I guess I was the only passenger walking around New York that late at night. When I got up to the apartment, I could hear the phone ringing from the corridor. I got it. Hello?
Alex?
Monica, I just got home. Let me get up my coat.
Alex, I know how awful it is out, but can you possibly come back here?
What? When?
Right now. Alex, I'm sorry, but please, it's terribly important.
But I thought you wanted to be alone.
I did, but...
Monica? Monica! By the time I got back there must have been 5 police cars in front of the building and an ambulance. They were just lifting one of those stretcher things into it. Whoever, whatever was on it, was completely covered. I tried to get through, tried to see. The cops wouldn't let me. They told me to go up to the apartment. There was a crowd in the lobby. Neighbors, I don't know, some in robes, some in raincoats, an old man with a little dog. When I got into the apartment, the door was open. The janitor was there, and a police officer, a woman. I told her where I was, and she took me into the study. The living room was still a mess. Somehow the caterers hadn't cleaned up after the party. There was another policeman sitting on the desk. He was on the phone.
Well, Monica, that's right. Of course she was there when we got there. It's a 10-story drop.
Sir? Sir? How about we move into the living room? Oh, this is Mr. Dennison. And this was fiancé.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Remember, Fiancé just came in. How did you happen to come by, sir?
She called me.
How long ago?
Half hour, 40 minutes. I couldn't get a damn cab.
Sir, take this. You're gonna...
No, thank you.
You're quite a shark, sir. You should have it.
I really don't want it! Monica always made herself a pot of tea before she went to bed. She
called me 40 minutes ago. Okay. Alright, talk about it. Mr. Dennison. Mr. Dennison.
Yes?
Miss Wells gave a order tonight, sir. You were here.
Yes?
Where was she when you left her?
What?
I was wondering if she was maybe depressed.
Listen, I'm annoying. Lieutenant McElroy will be here.
No, I'm alright. No, she was not depressed.
Well, I guess you were the last person to see her alive.
But the caterers people were still here and left. They were cleaning up.
Looks like they didn't do much cleaning up.
You know any reason why?
Why what?
Why Miss Wells wanted to take her own life?
No! I know any reason why Monica would have killed herself.
No,
Note?
it's here, in the typewriter.
Typewriter? Do you mind? Could you read it to me?
It says, I'm sorry, but it's better this way.
A year ago. Wow, it seems like such a long time. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, Sally. I shouldn't have burdened you with all that. It's just, I've been thinking about it a lot. I don't know if it helps, Sally. Maybe today will.
You miss her a lot, don't you?
Yes, Sally, do something for me.
Sure.
Go out the stage door, turn left, and go down about half a block. There's a little coffee shop. Sign says Norris. Give me about a dozen coffees, cream on the side, and a dozen Danish.
Danish?
That's New York for a sweet roll.
Isn't that odd? Left, half a block north.
You got it.
I set up some chairs and a table behind the track room, Mr. Dennison. I think it's enough, but there's more in the wings if you need them.
Thanks.
Want me to close the curtain?
Don't bother. I'll do it later. As a matter of fact, why don't you take the rest of the day off?
Really? Well, I don't know. If anything should happen.
Like what, Emilee? Plague? Pestilence? Trust me, if I smell smoke, I'll send for the Marines.
But
Go home. Open a beer, soak your feet. I'll take full responsibility.
somebody just came in.
First arrival. You go up at the stage door.
Well,
Leave your number on the bulletin board. We'll call you to lock up.
Found it. That Nora's nice. She's like a real person, not like a character at all.
Thanks, Sally. But I wouldn't say that in public. There are about 8 million people who might resent it.
Can I put these down? The coffee was hot.
Back there. Emily put up a table. Take them out, make them look as good as you can.
Sure will. I used to get A's in home ec.
Salad, when the others get here, I want this to run as smoothly as possible. You understand what I told you about setting up the scenes? Emily left some more chairs out there. Use them.
Hello! Alex!
Karen, my love, come up here. Let me get a good look at you.
I want you to know that I got up at the crack of noon today just for you.
Change. Much more provocative.
I know, it's my new image. I got tired of being a sweet little ingenue, and now I'm gonna be a sexy leading lady.
Is the image working?
I'll know in a week. I'm up for the grabs in some other part with some other girl, woman.
Good luck.
Thanks. I think I'll grab one of her pictures and stick pins in it. I mean, you always said I was ambitious.
So I did. How's Leo?
How would I know?
Oops, I forgot my own rule. Never ask for anyone's husband if you've been away longer than 3 months.
Yeah, things do change.
He's going to be here today. Is that going to be a problem?
If I don't look down, I won't even notice him.
Can I give you some coffee?
Sure. Oh, how are you? I'm Sally Bean, Mr. Dennison's secretary.
Oh.
I didn't know they had secretaries there.
Hello? Hello, is anybody home?
Who's that?
Oh, just Jack and Jill tumbling down your little hill, darling. We bumped into each other outside.
It was me. She was getting out of her $30,000 limo, and I was getting out of my $100,000 bus.
Is that Karen?
Hello, Mrs. Lamb. Hi, Lloyd.
What is this, remembrance of things past? Reunions are good for the soul.
I really hate this place. Too many memories. Alex, it's only because of my affection for you that I'm under this roof again.
Noted and appreciated.
How are you, darling? Writing, I hope.
Off and on. Looks like mostly on. I see scripts. I mustn't touch. Not yet. We have to wait for the rest of the cast to get here.
The cast?
He's being mysterious. It's the playwright's prerogative. And it's the producer's prerogative to have a date.
What an odd sound. The phone ringing. An empty Peter.
Sally, will you get it? Near the stage door.
there's a call for you, Mr. Dennison.
Emily, I thought you went home!
I didn't feel right about leaving, Mr. Dennison.
I told you it wasn't necessary to stay.
I mean, it's my job to look after the place.
Go home! You're not needed! Is that clear enough?
Okay, Mr. Dennison. Sure, whatever you say.
I'm sorry, Emilee. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Here. Take this for your troubles.
Oh, I can't do that, Mr. Dennison.
Forget it. I'll call you when we're finished.
It's from Mrs. Santora.
Alex seems a bit jumpy today. Not at all like him.
I mean, wouldn't you be? It's theater.
And you do realize that it's exactly a year ago that the play opened.
I don't think that.
Oh, I swear this coffee comes from Nora's. She makes the only coffee I've ever had that tastes like tuna fish.
Tell him to make it as fast as he can. You can park the truck in the alley near the stage door. Hey, Leo.
Oh, Alex! Wow, they said you disappeared.
No. Welcome.
Oh, to what?
Good question.
Oh, I know. This is a plan for me and Karen to get back together, isn't it?
You wish.
Hey, nobody told me you were gonna be here.
Does that mean you wouldn't have come?
Alex wants me here, that's good enough for me!
Oh, you're being obsequious, Leo.
Okay, I'll stop. You tell me what it means for
Alex! Alex! Whatever you have in mind, we should really get started.
Still one more to come, right? Unless I miss my guess, it's... Speak of the devil.
Sorry I'm late. Somebody parked their car in the middle of 46th Street and just went home. Oh Lord, it's a road gallery up here. How are you having class reunions?
Hey, don't knock it. Man, passing out free food.
Get some coffee, David, and we'll begin. Are you all comfortable?
I'm sitting in a plastic chair. I feel great.
It's no problem. They'll be here in half an hour.
Fine. Will you give each of them one of the folders and then go set up for the first scene?
Is this really what it's like in show business?
Nothing is what it's really like in show business.
Leo, didn't you once tell me that you went to medical school?
You mean before I went all wrong and became an actor? Yeah, why?
Because I'm the king of all hangovers right now. What do you prescribe?
You're just dehydrated. Drink some water.
There isn't any. Coffee will have to do.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Comes from Nora's.
Tuna fish taste?
No, this one tastes like Western omelet.
So let's begin, shall we?
All right, Alex, you have the floor.
I want to thank all of you for coming. I'm very grateful. I know I haven't been in touch for the past year, but I'm sure you understand it was a difficult time.
Where were you? I tried to call.
I rented a house in the Midwoods and brooded for 6 months. I didn't look at the typewriter. The problem, naturally, was guilt. Guilt because I failed all of you. But mostly, guilt over Monica's death.
Alex, it wasn't your fault.
She was counting on me. She wanted me to give her success. When it didn't happen, she
Look,
wanted to...
we all felt a little guilty, but no one could have predicted that kind of reaction. It was so extreme.
Anyway, that's over and done with. The point is I started writing a new play.
Bravo!
It's just bits and pieces, but it's taking shape.
So that's why we're here.
I want to try it out. See how it looks on its feet. And naturally, I would like your input.
Why ours?
Call it making amends. I've written a part for Silver.
Ooh, this is beginning to sound very interesting.
Lloyd, I'd like you to direct. And Bella, my sweet, you have first option, assuming you'd like it.
Of course I'd like it.
I've rented the theater for the afternoon, so let's read some scenes, talk about it, and see what we've got. Oh, and by the way, it's something new for me. A mystery.
Oh, good. They do well. And if not, we can always sell them to television.
Unusual form. You take the audience by the hand and lead them in the wrong direction. They trust you, and you betray them. All in the name of some pride.
Kind of turns us into chess pieces, doesn't it?
That bothers you, David?
Well, yeah, the rolls are always cardboard. I like rolls with flesh and blood.
I don't know about the flesh, David, but I can guarantee the blood.
So, who plays the lead?
Well, the part of Jessica is not exactly cast, but I have another part in mind for you, Karen.
Oh.
Don't worry, it's a good part. You'll have fun with it. Alex, these are unconnected scenes. As I said, Lloyd, bits and pieces. That's why I need your help. Can you give us Well, it's a play about another play, one that's in rehearsal.
And this character, Jessica.
She's the star, a rather complex character. She made several films, mostly flops, and she was embarrassed by them, so she walked away. She hibernated, she traveled, then she decided to take a chance on the theater. She got the lead role in a Broadway production, moved to New York, and committed herself to a new career.
She sounds familiar.
Does she? Well, I always start from what I know. David, mind reading a scene?
Why not?
You play the leading man, handsome, attractive woman.
Typecasting.
Sally, go over to the live board and pull number 3 and number 7. This takes place in the middle of the first act. The scene is your apartment. That's your bedroom, and this is your study.
Am I married?
Several times, not currently. You've invited Jessica over for a private rehearsal. You've told her it's common practice in the theater.
Did she believe me?
She must have, because she comes.
Okay, if Karen isn't going to read the part, then who do I read with?
Me, I'm afraid.
You?
This is your imagination business, David. Give it a try. If it helps, why don't you think of, Monica playing the title role?
Monica?
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
But,
just pretend that Monica.
But
Let's get started. I curtained the doorbell rings. You're sitting on the sofa. Remember, just think of Monica. She says hi. Am I early or late?
Hi, am I early or late?
right on time. Come in. Sorry about not doing this at your place, but I'm feeling a bit under the weather.
Oh, well, if you'd rather wait.
No, this is too important. We have to protect ourselves.
I hope that's an
My
exaggeration.
dear, the director isn't up there with an egg on his face. We are, and when something isn't working,
Like Act 2, Scene 1.
among other pitfalls, it's up to us to provide the corrective surgery.
Shouldn't we have told him we were rehearsing?
Why? He's a problem, not the cure. Drink.
No thanks. But I am having trouble with some of the transitions.
You have a genuine sense of dedication. It's refreshing.
Thank you.
That's why I'm glad we got this time to get to know each other better. Funny enough, it can help with the performance. I guess that's why so many leading men and leading ladies have such a very close rapport. What do you think?
I think we should be working on the scene, really.
There's plenty of time.
We're supposed to be rehearsing.
Are we?
This wasn't a good idea. I think I'd better leave.
Why all the fuss? It's perfectly natural. We work together every day. We play love scenes.
Let go of me!
What the hell was that for?
Leave me alone!
Listen, lady, slap in the face went out the bustle. You agreed to come here. I didn't force you.
Okay, I was naive. I actually thought we were going to rehearse. May I go home?
I don't like being turned down.
And I don't like someone forcing his attentions on me, especially someone egocentric and unattractive. And frankly, a bit too old. Oh. There. Now we're even. I hope that makes you feel better. Good night.
Alex, I'm sorry, but I just don't like it.
Why is that, David?
First of all, the role is much too old for me. Second, the man's totally unsympathetic. I certainly wouldn't come on like that.
How would you come on?
Privileged information.
No, I'm serious. Let's say, just for the sake of argument, you wanted to come.
Why do you keep bringing up Monica?
She was one of our leading ladies, and you do have a certain reputation.
Alex, what is this? Monica and I were friends, co-workers.
Rehearsals can be an intimate process. I got the impression you were attracted to her.
You were wrong.
As you say, David, but we're talking about the scene, and I thought you were excellent, very convincing. Any comments? Don't be shy.
Question. What are you going for? What's the point of the scene?
The point, Lloyd, is that in a mystery, everyone has a motive.
Well, okay, so you're saying he kills her because she rejects him?
I didn't say he was the culprit, Leo, but vanity can be a powerful force.
It's completely unbelievable. No one kills another person because it got turned down.
No, but people didn't have any trouble believing Monica killed herself because she was in a flop.
That was different.
Yes, of course it was. Bella's right. There are too many memories in this place. I'll go get the next scene.
What's he getting at? Why does this...
I think that the reason why... talk about it later. Lloyd, will you read the next scene with me? Me? Why not Leo? I'm saving him for his own scene. Do you mind? It's Act 2, page 18.
Got it. Who do I play?
A director, more typecasting. It helps to give me a fix on the characters. Again, I'll read the part of Monica. What did I say, Monica? I'm sorry, I meant Jessica. Oh, and you'll need this.
Alex, this paper's exactly a year old.
Is it? Well, it doesn't matter. It's just a prop. The setting is the same. Monica is completely unaware that someone has entered the room. Not my taste.
You startled me.
Next time I'll clear my throat. Is this true?
If you mean the gossip column.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Is it true?
Yes.
Congratulations. Things are finally looking up. The actress marries the playwright and they live happily ever after. Tim brings to our vehicles for her, of course.
That's a hostile thing to say.
I'm in a hostile mood. Comes from the impression that the actress had an understanding with the director.
And what kind of understanding was that?
Promises of things to come. All the flirting, like the sidelong glances, the body language. The request for help with their parts.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the standard procedure?
Not the way you did it. It served its purpose. Special attention from the director. Tender, loving care.
I think that's enough.
Look, you and I never really had a go at it. I want to at least give it a try.
You're serious.
I could be.
Why would I tie myself down to someone like you? No talent, no money, no future. What's in it for me?
Lights! You've got a major contradiction here, Alex.
In what way?
Look at her character. In one scene, she's trusting and innocent. Here, she's cold as ice.
The many faces of Jessica. Besides, what if that's just the way he sees her?
It's not clear. Did she use him or didn't she?
The important thing is, he thinks she did.
It's still a better motive than he gave to my character.
Don't agree.
When in doubt, Lloyd, touch base with reality. Let's take the case of you and Monica.
What case?
You were concentrating on her, giving her extra attention.
She needed it. It was her first time on stage.
Granted, but there was talk you were going above and beyond the Call of Duty.
That's not true.
Suppose it was. Suppose you misinterpreted her professional needs for something more personal. Then to discover she was going to marry another man.
Alex, what are you getting at?
Beg pardon?
Are we talking about the scene, or are we talking about Monica?
Good question, Alex. We've known each other for a long time, so I'm entitled to be blunt. Why are we here?
You know why, Bella. To read my new play.
It's not a play, it's a bunch of unrelated scenes, all of them uncomfortably close to the truth.
To hell they are! She never came to my apartment!
Who, David? Jessica or Monica?
There is no Jessica! And as for Monica,
yes,
all we had was a professional relationship.
Just like Lloyd?
I'm not speaking for him, I'm speaking for myself.
If you're suggesting...
Darlings! Darlings! We're all friends here.
I'm not so sure.
Will somebody please tell me what's going on? My sentiments exactly, Alex. You owe us an explanation. If not, I have loads of work at the office. Well?
As you wish, Bella. Sit down and finish your coffee.
I'll sit. Wild horses couldn't get me to finish that wretched tuna coffee.
The truth, if you really want it, is that I'm working on a new play. A murder mystery. 5 suspects and an unknown killer.
Hey, I hope it's me. Makes for a better part.
You wish.
My, how times change. Don't you remember our rehearsals? You couldn't walk behind a piece of set without finding them locked in an embrace.
Times change, David. Entrepreneurs become leading ladies and leading men become character actors.
Children, please.
It's none of his business with me when I broke up.
But it could be mine. In fact, I have a scene about it.
Do? Alex, you're digressing.
Clever of you to notice, Bella. Always business. That's what your scene is about, by the way. But you're right. I should get to the point. It's very simple. When we leave here today, we'll all know something we didn't know before.
And what's that?
Which one of you killed Monica Wells?
Which of us killed Monica?
You're saying she was murdered?
And accusing one of us of doing it? The man's crazy!
Yes, Alex, we all know you've been away. Did you go on your own or did they lock you up for a while?
No, David. I'm quite safe.
Then think about what you're saying, Alex. Monica wasn't murdered. She committed suicide, and to suggest that one of us was involved?
Just, Bella. I made a statement of fact.
They investigated! The police!
The police were wrong!
Alex, we understand. You've been through a terrible loss, and we understand your grief. But what you're doing here, it won't change things. It won't bring Monica back.
Then you have nothing to lose by indulging me.
Nothing to lose! What if we to gain? You bring us down here, make terrible accusations. Accusations of murder, and you expect us to stand here politely and allow you to continue. You write good parts, Alex. Not that good.
All I'm
I
asking...
know what you're asking! At least, I think I do, and you've got a hell of a nerve. I'm sorry.
That does it. Class dismissed.
Excuse me, Mrs. Daniels, but don't you think we should reconsider?
Who are you?
We met last year at Monica Wells' suicide. I took a statement from you.
Karen, you remember Lieutenant
McElroy. He was the investigating officer. I spoke to him myself.
What's he doing here?
I asked him to come. Karen, would you do me a favor and come back on stage? You too, Lieutenant.
If you don't mind, ma'am, it might really help.
McElroy, perhaps you could explain all this.
Not much to explain, ma'am. Mr. Dennison called me down here. Said he had more information on the death of Monica Wells.
A moment ago you said suicide, not death.
Yes, ma'am. Suicide. That's my opinion, and that's the opinion of the official medical examiner.
Then why are we wasting our time? The case is closed.
Because the lieutenant is willing to give me a hearing. That's an admirable trait, don't you think?
I'll tell you what's not so admirable. We didn't know he was here. Mr. Dennison thought my presence might inhibit you, so he asked me to stay out of sight.
Well, I wonder why. He agreed to intervene if any of you tried to leave.
You can't keep us here against our will.
No, ma'am. This is all completely unofficial. But if you do leave, I might be left wondering why you're in such a big hurry.
So we're back to what we have to lose.
Frankly, ma'am, I think Mr. Dennison's on a wild goose chase, and I've told him as such. But as long as I'm here, I'm willing to keep an open mind.
It's up to you, Karen.
As I said before, Alex, you do write good parts. Maybe you'll think of me next time you write one.
Thank you. It proves again the power of the pen. I'll go get the next sequence.
So now we just wait, like actors always do. The puppet without the puppeteer.
If we had any sense, we'd have all gone home by now.
And what, lose a part in our next season?
Shut up! I mean, last year, Alex was fine. Even at the funeral, but now...
Look, a year is a long time. Obviously, he's obsessed.
No! There's a method to his madness. He knows what he's doing.
That's a charitable interpretation. He certainly raked your goals.
That makes two of us.
And now we're next. Terrific.
I don't know what he could accuse you of.
Yeah, Monica and I were friends.
Oh, don't worry. He'll think of something.
If we're both so worried, then just read the play.
What?
Your scenes, they should be among the rest. Look, forewarned is forearmed.
Why are you going along with this nonsense, Lieutenant?
Is it nonsense, Mr. Matthews?
You know it is.
Look, the department likes to be, cooperative.
Especially when a celebrity's involved. You're hearing them, aren't you?
You said that, sir. I didn't.
Nothing. No scene for us.
Nothing with their names on it?
No, maybe we're just not going to do anything.
After all that fuss you made about me staying.
You won't be overlooked. Your pages are probably hidden.
Why would he do that?
Part of keeping us all off balance. Check his attache case.
Right.
I don't think you should.
I don't care what you think.
Okay, disregard the producer, that's fine.
Nothing. There's no scene for us.
Looking for something?
Oh, just looking for a script. You know, I hate cold readings.
I have your pages, Karen. Here.
Oh,
And yours, Leo. Actually, I'd like you to play a scene together. I don't get my own scene?
you need all the help you can get.
Oh, isn't she wonderful, people? Right between the shoulder blades.
Oh, it's easy. There's no backbone to get in the way.
Children, please. Sally, will you bring me the telephone?
Is that for our next scene?
No, I'm saving you. Giving you a big builder. The next scene is Bella.
Me? I'm not an actress.
Well, at least you admit it.
Put it there, please, and get set for the next scene. Bella, indulge me. All producers to the actresses. Sally already brought you your script. Just come along, sit at the table. This character will be a breeze for you. You're the producer of a new play that's just opened for its notices. The after show party is over. The man on the other side of the line is your accountant. It's all yours, Bella.
Hello, Harry. This is... Alex, what name should I use?
Why not your own?
This is Bella Lamb. Sorry for waking you, but I assume you've heard about the notices? Yes, the patient mom, Jessica, isn't exactly terminal, but her vital signs are fading fast. Harry, I know the paperwork's at your office, but do you remember offhand the insurance situation? No, specifically the non-appearance clause. Alex, I'm not sure I like this.
What's the problem? It's only a play.
Harry, I was wondering about the amount of coverage. No particular reason, just give me a ballpark figure. Yes, that's what I thought. Thank you, Charlie. We're back to sleep now. Satisfied?
Yes, Bella. Very well. You may have missed her calling. Oh, okay. I know I might be a little bit slow, but I haven't the foggiest idea of what just happened.
Let me enlighten you, sweetheart. What Alex is trying to say is that I was the sole investor in Chamber Peace. It was all my money.
All your money?
Well, my husband's, but what's the difference?
So Ella is a small fortune, and possibly her husband less.
Unless, like the producer in the scene, I was covered by insurance. If I kept the play open and the star failed to appear, I'd get the insurance money.
Alex is staging Hamlet.
Okay, you flipping out, Lloyd?
Hamlet, Act 2, Scene 2. The play within a play to catch his father's killer. I have heard that guilty creature is sitting at a play, and by the very cunning of the scene, been struck so to the soul that presently they proclaimed their malefactions.
The play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
That's all very interesting, but isn't David supposed to be here?
He's not here.
Do you think he went home?
I need him here. He knows that. If he walked out and
What's the fuss? He probably went to use the men's room.
There's someone in the wings.
Who are
I
you?
thought you...
You know who I am.
I know who you say you are. Perhaps you show me some kind of identification.
What's all this about?
Whoever this man is, he's not Lieutenant McElroy.
But I remember him.
You only think you do. Same age, same build, but I'm pretty good on faces. And this man is not the man who talked to me after Monica died.
Are you sure?
I just called the police. Lieutenant Henry McElroy was killed in the line of duty 6 months ago. Now, unless you're a ghost, I think you better tell us who you are.
I'm sorry, Alex. I tried.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you a fellow professional, Mr. Frank Heller.
He's an actor?
And a very good one.
Apparently not, Mr. Dennison. He nailed me.
Nothing to do with her performance. Unfortunately, David has to get a memory.
Are you saying that Alex hired you to impersonate Lieutenant McElroy?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Very simple, Bella. For my little psychodrama to work, I had to keep all of you here. But given the nature of the situation, I was sure one of you would try to leave. I needed, what shall I call it, official leverage.
Of course. We might walk out on you, but not on the cop.
Right. And since Lieutenant McElroy was no longer among the living,
And since a real police officer would never cooperate.
exactly, I decided to hire a lookalike. Oh, excuse me, David, it's almost a lookalike.
Does he know what kind of trouble he's in?
Whoa. Trouble? What trouble?
Impersonating an officer is a felony.
He never said he was a police officer. I did.
That's a technicality.
If you're angry, David, blame me. Mr. Heller here was just following instructions.
Hey, how'd you get into this in the first place?
Believe it or not, went to an audition.
Wait, there was an audition?
Yeah, my agent said that Mr. Dennison was looking for parts. Who might have turned that down?
Go on.
Well, there was a audition, obviously. I went to the hall, there were maybe 10 other guys. We all looked pretty much the same. So I did my bit, I left. I wasn't expecting much. And I got a call back. I went back in a couple days later. There were only 3 of us. So I did my bit, a little bit more in depth. You all know how it is. I went home. About a week later, I got the last call back. It was just me this time.
What happened when he told you what he wanted?
Honestly, I thought he was crazy.
Accurate impression.
But then he sat me down, walked me through everything. Told me why she was killed, who killed her.
Did he now?
And of course there was money involved.
Yes, ma'am.
How much?
$10,000.
For a one-day part? With that kind of money, I would get plastic surgery.
And you'd need it.
I'll admit it. The money was important. You all know how it is. Us actors, we kind of have to scramble for jobs. I've attended bars, I've been a hard hat, I even drove a cab for a while. So when this came along...
You don't have to apologize, Frank.
Well, anyways, I hope there's no hard feelings. If that's all you need, Mr. Dennison, I'm just gonna go.
Not quite yet. No one leaves until we're finished.
Oh, okay. You can't keep us here. You don't have our phone and cop anymore. Now I've pretty much had a mouthful of this.
I think we all have, but maybe we should put up with it for a little while longer. On one condition. Alex tells us why he's all fired positive that Monica was murdered.
Frank, I'll need your help.
What can I do for you, Mr. Dennison?
Be Lieutenant McElroy again. We've been over this. Give them the case for suicide.
Alright. Well, for starters, there was no sign of forced entry at the apartment.
Correct. If an intruder killed her, how did he get in? And why wasn't anything stolen? The police found $1,000 in cash on the premises. A thief would have taken it.
She knew her play was a flop.
So she was despondent.
And she typed a suicide note.
Concrete proof of her intentions.
So, the party was over, she sent the caterers out early, locked the door, went to her bedroom. Out onto the terrace and she
Say it.
She jumped.
In the words of the medical examiner, fell from a height. Case closed.
But not for you.
Nobody commits suicide because of bad reviews.
It wasn't the reviews, it was the end of a dream for her.
I've been listening very carefully, and I'm still not hearing any evidence of murder.
She called me that night. Does that sound like the behavior of a suicide?
Maybe it was a cry for help.
Then why did the line go dead in the middle of a sentence?
She changed her mind. The woman was under stress. She wasn't rational.
She was rational enough to make herself a pot of tea.
That's your evidence. A pot of tea.
She was starting a new life. She had everything to live for. You saw her at the party. Was that a woman in despair?
Alex, you have to admit that sometimes she was, well, erratic. I mean, she missed out an entire play one night and I had to go on for her. Don't you remember?
Yes. The police made quite a point of that. The playwright gets into an argument with Monica Wells. She bolts from the theater and hails a cab home. She refuses to answer the phone, so are forced to give a performance without her. She comes back an hour later and apologizes. Obviously proof of an unsound mind.
Obviously proof of something.
She was in love, David. She was struggling over whether or not to make a commitment. This tension was too much for her. We fought, she ran out, she came back. It was unprofessional, she admitted that. But it wasn't abnormal.
I'm still not hearing any evidence of murder.
Listen. Monica, she's...
No one can tell what somebody's thinking, Alex.
I know what she was thinking. She was thinking about our future.
Monica did a terrible thing. She not only rejected you, but she took her own life. And that's hard to accept, so you've come up with this fantasy about murder, and somehow it's easier for you to cope with.
I take it that means you're not going to help.
I just don't see what else we can do.
Leo, Karen, play the last scene for me.
Alex, Bella's right. We're all your friends here, but we're not getting anywhere with this.
Leo, it's just a few pages.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Anyone want to share a ride uptown?
Sure. You can drop me off at 75th Street. I'm sorry, Alex. I really did try.
Just a moment! Come back here, please.
Alex, we're coming, just... You don't need that.
It seems I do.
Alex, give me that thing before someone gets hurt.
David, don't!
He's bluffing.
I wouldn't count on it.
Yo, Alan, come on, it's just a prop, right? It's not loaded!
Don't try to find out, Leo. I'm sorry, but I'll have to ask all of you to move very slowly to the center of the stage where I can see you. Very slowly.
Which one of you is Alex Dennison?
I am. And you are?
Centurion, room in the storage. I got the shipment.
Sally. Where's your truck, Miss Edinburgh?
By the stage door. Somebody want to look?
Sally. Again, I'll wait part of the process. Stay there. And don't think we'll bother with the lights for the scene. The scene begins with a knock on the door.
Not in makeup yet? Oh, I won't be in makeup for another hour. Just wanted to sit here and soak up the atmosphere.
And you're not quite sure to make it to these, are you?
Sorry?
I mean, if I were to get sick at the last minute, you'd have to play my part.
Never even crossed my mind. I mean, nobody gets sick opening night.
No, I suppose not. You know, you were quite good when you went on from last week.
Yeah, I was just disappointed, but there's no comparison.
Oh, you're being modest.
It doesn't matter much, does it? You're here.
That seems to surprise you.
Oh, why would I be surprised?
I brought your tea back.
Oh,
You know. The special recipe that your grandma whips up in her country kitchen.
yeah, it really calms me down.
So you said. Have some before opening night. Wonderful for the nerves.
It is.
Maybe. But it's not so good for the rest of the body.
I don't know what you mean.
Then let me see if I can make myself clear. After you practically forced the tea on me, and since your motives are somewhat transparent, I took it to my doctor and asked him to send a sample to a lab.
A lab?
I learned a marvelous new word, cyclophosphamide. It's an avoiding agent. It's an odd thing to find in your grandmother's recipe.
Monica!
It causes dizziness and nausea. A few sips and I'd be home right now. And you know what to make it to use. You weren't even willing to pay your dues, were you?
No!
Karen, oops. Sorry, didn't know you had company. Hello, Monica.
This is private, Leo.
No, not at all. Stay, Leo. The three of us should have a chat.
About what?
Pick a subject. Opening night, helping your wife's career. Or should we talk about medical school? I mean, you did go to one for a few years, didn't you? I imagine you took courses in chemistry.
Well, yeah, but that was a long time ago. Why? What's this all
She
about?
knows!
Knows what?
The tea! She had it analyzed.
What?
All right, we spiked your tea. It wouldn't have harmed you, just slowed you down for the night. I mean, what are you gonna do about it?
I told you this is crazy.
No.
You didn't want to listen to me.
Quiet!
He put people in jail because of these things.
Excuse me, Mr. Dennison. We're finished. We'll be back in the morning to pick stuff up.
Fine, thank you. Shall we see the set for the last scene?
Alex, I hope you know that everything we just did was nothing but lies.
You did bring her tea. She told me.
It was a gift. There was nothing in it. What good would it do me? Bella would never open with an understudy.
Would you, Bella? Or would you send everyone home at the last minute? Critics, the press, I wonder.
Alex, use your head. Even if Karen was nuts, I'm not. I would never help her with anything like that.
You were trying to save your marriage. You would have done anything she wanted.
No way!
Alex! If there's another scene, let's look at the set and get this over with.
Right.
Now it looks like a real show. Oh my God, it's Monica's apartment.
Very good, Karen. That's her study. The scene of the crime.
But how?
All of her stuff is in storage. I had it moved here today to change the wheel.
I'm sorry, but is this?
The original? No. The police have it in their files. Everything is exactly as it was a year ago. The contents of the drawer, the pot of tea, the tray of liquor, even our champagne glasses. I wouldn't do that, David. Monica didn't smoke. There are no ashtrays. Karen, that chair looks a little out of position. Move it downstairs, will you?
Okay, so what now?
Alibi.
I'll get around to that.
I've established that all of you had motives.
Hell you have.
But motives are nullified by legitimate alibi.
Then cross me off your list. I didn't want to go home. I went to an after-hours club. Must have had 20, 30 witnesses.
And I was with my agents. We went back to my place after the party and commiserated.
Bella?
Easy. Me and my husband took Meg Jones, the columnist, home. She called us up and we talked for hours. I thought it might get us a mention in the column, and I knew we needed all the publicity we could.
Karen, that leaves you and Leo.
Easy, as you kindly keep reminding us. Leo and I were married. We went home to bed.
Seems like everyone's accounted for.
Then who was Monica planning to meet after the party?
Who says she was planning to meet anybody?
She sent me home, Lloyd, on the one night I should have stayed. She also got rid of all the caterers. Didn't even give them a chance to clean up. No, she was expecting someone.
So you're saying she didn't want you there because someone was coming?
It explains the circumstances, doesn't it? After I left, she let him in.
Him?
Or her. They had an argument. She called me. He grabbed the phone and hung up. I think there was a struggle. She was struck and killed.
Where did all this happen?
Right here in the study.
Here? Why not in the kitchen or in the bathroom?
The tea, Bella. She brought it in here.
Okay, we're back to that. Maybe she forgot. She was upset.
Not too upset to make a pot of tea, but too upset to drink it. Then, of course, the lights were off. They were all on when the police came in, and her bedroom door was still open.
Meaning?
Suicide is a private act, David. She called me. I might couldn't stop her. She knew I had a key. So first, change the door. Second, close and lock the bedroom door. But she didn't. After the party, she was never in the bedroom alive.
So your imaginary murderer carries her onto the terrace and throws her off.
Why not? Instead of an unexplained corpse, he creates a suicide.
And the note?
Searches. Finds a piece of her stationery in here.
What about fingerprints?
Gloves, handkerchief. He presses this to her fingers. Her prints are on it. His aren't.
Very ingenious, Alex, but even if you're right and somebody did kill her, it wasn't one of us. Unless you don't believe our alibis.
On the contrary, I hired a firm of private detectives to check them out, and most of them held up.
Most of them?
David, you were at the club. Lloyd, you were with your agents, and Bella, you were with Meg Jones.
Okay, now hold on.
But you and Karen, Leo, you two only alibi each other.
We're together!
But we only have your word for that.
What are you saying?
There are 5 motives here, all hypothetical. But one of them is real. It's a matter of record. Read it.
It's a laboratory report. chemical analysis of a tea sample submitted by Monica Wells December of last year.
What does it say?
It says the tea was saturated with, I can't even try to pronounce that, but it causes illness and incapacitation.
I found that among her effects.
You know what? This right here, it's fake.
Looks genuine to me, Leo. Easy enough to check.
1 motive, 2 unsupported alibis.
I'm not gonna listen to this.
You pleaded with her, asked to see her after the party.
No!
You're the ones who would stick pins in a photograph to get a part, and you were Monica's understudy.
I never went back there.
Then who did?
I don't know, Leo.
You were with Leo.
He went out for a while.
That's what I wanted to hear.
What are you doing to me?
It's true. You said you couldn't sleep. You went for a walk.
How long was he gone, Karen?
I don't know, 20 minutes, an hour.
No alibi, Leo, and a motive.
Hey, this is crazy! Come on! Don't tell me! Any of you believe any of this! Okay, you know what? Yes, I took a walk, alright? Is that a crime? Can I not do that? Alright, if I don't have an alibi, then neither does she!
It doesn't matter, Leo!
Why the hell doesn't it?
Because Monica was killed in here! The murderer had to carry her out onto the terrace and lift her over the rail. And as you all saw, Karen couldn't even move that chair. You killed her, Leo!
You know what? She killed herself! I'm getting out of here!
Your whole life was ahead of her and you killed her!
Take it easy, Alex!
You're not gonna hang this on me!
I'm warning you.
Leo, listen to him! I'm done listening! No! Please! Somebody else! Where is he?
Turn the lights on! I can't! She must have pulled the master switch! Leo, where is he?
Turn on the lights!
I don't know. Where's the lights?
Where is he? I got a flashlight! Somebody say something! What's going on?
Light, Sally.
What is this?
Where did you get that flashlight, Brienne?
What?
The flashlight. Where did you get it?
It was just right here in the drawer.
How did you know to look in there?
I didn't. What's going on?
Why did you search for that particular drawer?
I didn't. It was dark. I searched a lot of drawers.
No, you didn't. Try them. I had all of them sealed. All except one. And that's the one you opened.
How would I know to look in there?
You went there because you knew you'd find a flashlight.
It's ridiculous. I've never been in here before. He could have seen it when he was here. You said so yourself. I don't think he gets it yet. Gets what?
Let me give you a little fun fact, sweetheart. Leo was never there after the party. After the party, he went home to his wife and 3 children.
And the closest he ever got to medical school was playing a male nurse off Broadway.
I was terrific. You said...
We all said a lot of things, but none of them were true.
You had motives, all of you.
Afraid not.
You wanted out of the way.
Grandma's homemade tea. No such concoction. It was part of the script.
Script.
Listen carefully, Brienne. Nothing here today was real. Nothing. The scenes we played, the arguments, they all came out of my typewriter, with a little improvisation from my friends.
And I thought we were all terrific, by the way.
And as for the motives, we invented them. Leo and Karen are never married, but at least not to each other.
How's your wife, Leo?
She's pregnant again.
So, what sort of guarantee did you have I go after the flashlight?
Here's your lighter back.
You kept it.
It wouldn't do for you to have a lighter in your pocket. You might have gone for the flashlight.
So, all of this, everything, blanks, hiring me to play a cop.
Just an excuse to get you here. We had to make you a participant. We even recreated Monica's study, so you'd be back where you were a year ago.
But, I mean, how did you know about me and Monica?
I didn't know at first, but it was obvious she was expecting something.
So, why choose me out of everybody in Manhattan?
Earlier that evening, she asked if I could stop someone from working. That was a strange thing to say. Later, I saw her come to money, $1,000.
So?
It suddenly occurred to me that it might be blackmail money. Maybe she was paying someone off.
Still doesn't explain.
$1,000 isn't much. Who could she pay off with that kind of money? And who could Alex Dennison, a successful playwright, keep from working?
An actor, naturally.
If there was a blackmailer and he was coming for a payoff, he'd probably wait outside till the party was over. And it was raining that night.
There was a taxi with an off-duty sign on, parked across the street. I was complaining about it.
I also remembered the day Monica ran out of here during previews. She took a cab home.
And we all know about the cliche about hard-working actors driving taxis.
Mr. Heller, you did say you drove one for a while.
Every cab company keeps records on pickups and deliveries. And it seems that a Mr. Frank Heller took a fare from this theater to Marquez's address the afternoon of our fight. And his cab was also...
Oh, good.
What happened that night, Frank?
Oh yeah, that's right. Without me, you don't have an into your second act, do you? I'll tell you what happened. It was pretty late that night. I was parked across the street in my cab. I'd had a couple drinks, but I was nervous. Real nervous. The party broke up early and it was raining, so some people tried to get me to take him home. But I didn't. Eventually, she called me up. She was waiting for me at a tray tea thing. Sent me into the study. How are the reviews?
You don't give a damn about the reviews.
Alright, no pleasantries. You want to get down to business? That's fine. We can get down to business! Not friendly the last time I was here, though.
This isn't the last time, Frank. I want you to understand something. I was angry at Alex. He opened up some emotions I didn't know I had, and like a fool, I guess I wanted to punish him for it. So when I got into your cab that night...
I couldn't believe it. It was Monica Wells coming on to me. Monica Wells inviting me up for a...
I was using you. For a crazy moment I planned to. Some nutty idea of making Alex jealous. But I came to my senses and I asked you to leave. Nothing happened.
But he doesn't know that, does he? We were together for hours. You even missed a performance.
Do you really think he'll believe I picked up a cab driver and let him make love to me?
Maybe. Maybe not. But I'm betting you'd rather just pay a little bit and forget this whole thing.
Nuisance value.
Call it what you want! You think I enjoy doing this? Look, I've been an actor for 15 years and now what do I have? I drive a cab, for God's sake! I need a steak, something to get me going again. So when I opened up the newspaper this morning...
You saw Alex and I were getting married.
He's a lucky guy, I figured. Why can't I get lucky too?
Frank, I got you into this, so I owe you something. If you walk away now, I'll never mention your name to anyone.
Sorry.
Ugh.
What are you doing?
I was going to pay you. I actually went to the bank and got out $1,000.
Talking about a whole lot more than that today.
Doesn't matter, Frank, because you're not getting any of it.
Oh?
Tonight I decided that even if you called it off, I'd still tell Alex the truth.
It's not very smart, especially not right before your big wedding.
Well, like you said, maybe he'll forgive me, maybe he won't. Either way, he's not going to forgive a blackmailer. I wouldn't want to be you, Frank. Alex has a lot of friends. Alex, I know how awful it is out, but could you possibly come back here? Right now. Alex, I'm sorry, but it's terribly important. I did, but...
Ah! Do you have any idea what you're doing?
I think so.
You're gonna ruin things for yourself.
Let's wait and see. You're welcome to stay, Frank. I'm sure Alex would love to meet you.
Don't answer that! Monica! I said don't answer that! Monica!
She's dead.
Monica! I called her name. I checked for a pulse. I felt it flickering for a couple of seconds and then... nothing.
So you manufactured a suicide?
I didn't want a murder investigation. I didn't know what to do, so I cleaned the blood off the couch, tapped up a suicide note, carried her body into the bedroom, out onto the terrace, and then... you know the rest. Look, I've been living with what I did for a long time. If it makes any difference, I never meant to kill her. It was an accident.
You up in the light booth, Loretta?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is the lieutenant with you?
He's on his way down.
Right here, Mr. Dennison.
You heard?
from the very beginning.
Who's this?
Frank, meet the man you impersonated, Lieutenant McElroy.
But you said he was...
Killed in live duty? I believe that was the dialogue, delivered as always with my well-known credibility.
Thank you for coming, Lieutenant.
Hey, good thing I did. Looks like I owe you an apology.
Not really. I didn't have any proof.
Well, consider me a convert. You basically did our work for us.
I guess I can see the resemblance.
I had to give you a reason for coming, Frank. One that you'd believe.
Well, I think it's time we got going. Come on, Ceallach.
Wait. I guess if you do ever make this a play, give you one hell of an ending.
All right.
Thank you. All of you.
I never thought it would work.
Especially with me, I kept thinking I'd forget my lines.
I know, you were good for a non-pro.
You know, the one thing I don't understand is why he went along with it.
Frank Heller?
You promised him a lot of money and told him it was a trap for Rio. That made him feel safe. You committed on the wrong man and stopped looking. But even so, he killed Marquez. So why get involved at all?
For one reason, Lloyd. He's an actor. I was offering him a wonderful part.
Darlings, I think this has been all too exhausting, and we deserve to go down to Nora's and have some of her revolting tuna coffee.
Ooh, who's paying?
The producer always pays.
Alex?
Save me a place.